People of Reddit, what are some truly wild stories that you have to tell?
A few years ago, I was walking through the woods off the beaten track a bit, and I smelt this really overpowering sweet smell. Being nosy, I pulled back the undergrowth to have a look and found a dead body. The guy had clearly been there a while and wasn't looking great, all swollen and green and black with various runny bits. The local wildlife had also been dining well for a few days. I called the police, who told me to wait with the body until they arrived. Being in the middle of nowhere, it took a while for them to arrive, and it got dark, and I was just sat there in the dark with him for a long time. It turned out he had committed suicide. For a long time afterwards, I had dreams about him, and he would talk to me, and not nice things. Mainly about how he was angry I had disturbed his resting place, and he wanted me to kill myself. Probably just my imagination, but all pretty disturbing at the time. He still turns up in my dreams from time to time, and no doubt will be tonight after typing this.
When I was in the Navy, I got to go to shore in Thailand. After a while, one night I went to the bar my friends had dipped into, and when I sat down, I said I was getting drunk. At this point, I was the square that never drank and did everything by the book. They said, "No, you won't," and I said, "Wanna bet?" 16 shot of Jack later. I feel my stomach not doing well and realize I hadn't eaten that day. I take my folding scouter down to Burger King and get 6 chicken sandwiches. I do the Marty McFly thing and grab onto the back of a truck to get back to the bar quicker. The next thing I know, I'm in the bar, and there are chicken sandwich wrappers sitting there. I proceed to drink, and eventually go upstairs with a lady. Yet, it was an actual female. I was so drunk, I couldn't unbutton my pants. So she had to do everything. I pull a small box of condoms out of my pocket, and make sure she puts on, but I can't see them. I also make her put on every time she tries to take one off, with her twat. When I went downstairs, my friends said, "What's up?" and I said, "Hi," then passed out. They carried me to the sobering station on the pier, and I was told the female I went upstairs with was following crying because she thought I was dead. I wake up, and everything is a blur. All of a sudden, someone off to the right says, "Drink this," and I see a water bottle. After a few, I have to piss, and I have no clue where I am. The same voice off to the right says there is a porta-potty that way, and I can see his arm and the can. I get done and start walking back, but I can't get any further. 2 of my shipmates come up, and I had been kicking a 1-foot concrete step the entire time, but couldn't feel it.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I should be proud or ashamed of this. When I was younger, around 11 to 12, I went on a family trip away to a resort with my mom, her friend, and her friend's daughter. I was young and careless, having newly founded the wonders of masturbation. One night, the daughter of my mom's friend and I sat up late alone in our resort room. We watched TV and she was laying a long ways in front of me with her head closest to the TV and her feet facing me. She was what I would now call a fit girl. And being as young as I was, I couldn't help but find myself attracted to her. Since she was facing the TV and couldn't see me, I felt obligated to practice my newly founded wonder. God knows why I did this. I can't recall the thought process. All I know is that it happened. As I finished, I froze, realizing that the whole ordeal had been reflected in the TV.